Hi Earthlings, I'm Trice. Want more money to flow to you effortlessly? Want it to come fast? I was watching YouTube and everywhere I looked, I saw manifest money in 24 hours or less. And that got me thinking, I'm a Mary manifester. I would love more money in 24 hours or less. So I gave it a whirl and tried this experiment. In a handful of days, I had over $15,000 more of money, but I did get tripped up along the way. So I'm gonna show you how I did it, show you how I fixed it and got back on track, and let the money flow to me. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Now the first step I do when manifesting anything is I try to remove as much resistance as possible. And even though I had been seeing this fun manifest money in 24 hours and it looked so desirable to me, I had a lot of resistance around it for two reasons. That time limit, that 24 hours, as soon as I put a time limit on my manifestations, this is what happens to Trice. It feels like the clock is ticking. I guess it is. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Keeps coming up in my vibration, in my mind, in my thinking pattern. And the second part of the resistance was coming from the phraseology, receive money in 24 hours or less. Because of this 24 hours or less, my rational mind was like, where's the money gonna come from? That was an easier fix. I said, receive unexpected money so that my rational mind could quiet down and be soothed because it was unexpected. I didn't know where it was going to come from. I wanted to strengthen my skills and expand what I had previously thought possible. So I kept the 24 hours in to see if I could manifest money that quickly, because it does sound sexy and exciting. The second thing I do when I'm manifesting is I prime myself to send out a clear signal. You know, when your head is just full of thoughts racing about what you might have to do that day, or who did you wrong, or who did you right, and it's just a mumble of jumble of things. Well, if you insert your manifestation and you start visualizing in that, it's going to be a mixed vibration of something. And I wanted to manifest money, and I wanted it to be a considerable sum, so I thought it was worth my time to meditate for a few minutes. I just sit down, meditate for about 5 or 10 minutes. I don't even force myself to clear my mind. For me, it's easier to open my senses and be like, oh, I hear the horn honking or the hiss of the radiator. It's easier for me to drop into the present moment by awakening to my senses. However you do it, quiet your mind or those rabbit running thoughts. It will pay you in dividends if you just take the 10 minutes to do it. The third step is to visualize the end result. Even if you're not a good visualizer, you can write down the concrete things that will appear. Like in this money manifestation, money is going to appear, and it's going to appear from an unexpected place. Another thing I wanted about this money is I wanted it to be a sizable sum. I didn't want it to just be a penny or a dollar. I wanted it to be like, wow, this is unexpected. So I just took those 3 pieces of information and played that in scenario in my mind with emotion. I was like, oh, I just am so spellbound by the powers of the universe. And visualize me telling my honey bunny the story of how I got this unexpected money. And that is exactly how it played out. Don't gloss over this step. This is the meat and the potatoes that will attract your manifestation to you at the speed of light. If you have a hard time living in the end or acting as if, check out this video. It comes down to your focus. That is the superpower of manifesting. Whatever you put your focus on, you will attract. So if visualization is not your jam, add the word unexpected money. Then you don't have to see where it's coming from. You just know how you will feel when it shows up. And the fourth step is I say it out loud. I literally jump up on my bed or do something enthusiastic with my body and speak directly to the universe. I said, universe, I am expecting unexpected money to show up in my reality in 24 hours or less. Thank you so much for your gift of abundance. And then I let it go. Now, I don't know if it's traditional manifesting to say it out loud, but why I love saying it out loud is it makes me really feel like I'm talking to somebody. And the first rule of manifesting is always ask. Ask for what you want, believe that you can get it, and be open to receive. And so for me, I take that asking very concrete and say, universe, out loud, so I can be confident that I know that I'm asking, that I am putting it out there. So if it resonates with you, give it a try. If not, throw it out with the bathwater. In that same breath, I let it go and fully expected it to show up, almost like an Amazon package. I found myself looking for it. Like when the mail came, I usually ignore it, but I was like, oh, there might be some money in the mail. So I was going through the things. I even logged onto my bank account thinking maybe something got refunded unexpectedly, but no go. And this is where things kind of went south. So 24 hours came and went. And I was hunting and looking for that money, but I sure couldn't find it. But the great news is I knew it would happen because I believed in the core of my being that the universe is generous. And if I ask for something, it will show up in my reality. And the only reason it didn't show up in 24 hours was something in my vibration. And I alluded to it in the beginning of the video. I have a hard time with this idea of 24 hours. My rational mind is just like, where's it gonna come from? Where's it gonna come from? So I said, I am just gonna let go of any time limit. Because guys, if you get something in 24 hours or 100 hours, really in the span of the universe, isn't that just like getting it 1 second later? Then, as the universe is so perfect, in my YouTube feed, this video, Homeless to Billionaire, showed up, and I'll link it in my description below. But essentially, what this gentleman, Andreas, did when he was manifesting his billion-dollar fortune, he would quiet his mind, but after that, he would picture somebody that he loved. Because love is one of the highest vibrations of the universe. He was priming his state to flow in the rivers of abundance. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. What do I love? I pictured my bouncing baby girl and my beautiful husband and my handsome boy and how grateful I am for my family. Then after I was feeling those lovey-dovey feelings, then I started visualizing living in the end of receiving my manifestation, how surprised I was, how I was telling my husband about the unexpected money that we had received. And guys, this was a game changer. This is what brought money to my doorstep at the speed of light. So if you have any resistance with the time limit and you have unshakable belief, let the time limit go. The time does not really matter. If you know without a shadow of a doubt that you're going to get what you want, isn't it much more fun to watch it unfold rather than tap your toe about where is my manifestation? If you know it's coming, it's almost like watching a really good movie where there's a big surprise at the end of it for you. It is a celebration. Emotion is energy in motion. Everything is energy. So if your manifestation isn't coming, put a little bit more energy behind it by finessing it up with emotion. Love and gratitude are always the two that I pick because they vibrate so high and get me to that place where I believe and know everything and anything is possible. And I slip my manifestation in through the back door. A fun fact about Trice is she has the attention span of a butterfly, and I know this about myself. So when I renewed my experiment after my energetic heart session, I wrote the date on my whiteboard. And I'm so grateful that I did because I literally forgot that I was doing the experiment when I received my amazing gift from the universe. Me and my husband put all our money together in one pot. His money's mine and my money's his. We just find that that creates such a team spirit. And I am in charge of the investments. So I logged onto my account and I can see all his accounts on my account. And I was investing in his retirement account. And it wouldn't let me do it, which is very unusual. And I was like, okay, honey, will you please log on to your account so I can invest some money into your retirement accounts? He's like, sure. He pulls it up. And as I'm looking over his assets, I am like, what are these 2 retirement accounts that I've never seen before? There's like $15,047. These accounts are not showing up when I log on to my account. They just literally seem to come from thin air. It turns out he had 2 unexpected retirement accounts from God knows when that were never even transferred over to my account. And the same thing can happen to you. I've seen it umpteen times in my practice, so much that I've had to give it a name. I call it money magic. A client found a $71,000 retirement account that she didn't even know existed, or a discount from their auto insurance that they never even inquired about. Money has this magic to it if you line yourself to the vibration of abundance. Now, I recently found out that I had an abundance block, which was totally subconscious to me. So if you're feeling like stuck and constricted and like there's not a lot of loot flowing to you, you might have one too. Check out this video to see if you do and how to remove it. Earthling, if you have watched this far, will you do me a favor and just sprinkle some candy cane kisses on that like button? It helps me more than you know. And subscribe, because you will be with a loving tribe who will wish you well and send you energy to get your manifestations. And if you want to hear from me, leave a comment below. I respond to every single comment because I'm so happy that you're here. And until next time, ciao!